There we go, with the fish on.
Louisiana redfish at its best.
Rooster on the wild coast.
Florida Keys bonefish on the Hobie. Welcome to Hobie Outdoor Adventures. This week we're up for some exciting stuff. Keaton and I are filming our first ever fly fishing show. We're here at the Lodge and Ranch at Chama, New Mexico. We flew into Albuquerque, made the drive up to Chama, and wow, look at this setting.
The 36,000-acre Lodge and Ranch at Chama offers some of the most sublime sporting opportunities and scenery in North America. The award-winning Lodge and Ranch at Chama is legendary for its big game hunting, trout fishing, and luxurious accommodations.
Rudder, vest, PFD, couple fly rods. Are you ready to go, Morgs?
I'm ready to go, Oaf. All right, let's go, boy.
This is my first time to fly fish from the Hobie, and especially the I-11S. This is basically a stand-up paddleboard that we put a seat and a Mirage Drive in, and it is the perfect platform. It was a great, great craft. It's light, it's quiet, and there was plenty of room to kind of keep gear. We had an H crate in the back. It was very comfortable.
Another thing with fly fishing, you gotta be really patient. I'm fishing a hopper fly right here on the surface, and basically all I'm doing is casting it out and just letting it sit there. I'm not twitching it, I'm not doing anything with it. And it could sit there for 3-5 minutes. And then all of a sudden a trout will come up and hit it. But that's, you know, a natural thing that happens is if a grasshopper gets in the water, he might be pretty active near the bank or something, and once he drowns and is just kind of floating along the lake, that's where these big trout will come up and just slurp him up. First New Mexico trout.
Oh, that's a pretty fish.
I've been fly fishing for almost 19 years. One of my dad's friends actually taught me how to cast, and that's how I got started. Once I got the hang of it, it became a new technique and a new challenge that I really enjoyed. I've loved doing it ever since.
There it goes. Too close to the boat. There we go. We have a bluebird overcast day. Morgan out through dries this morning. With no luck, we threw streamers and went deep. And finally, Morgan hooked up on a little salmon pattern. And then I'd been throwing a grasshopper at the bank. And off you go. They lack the hopper, Morgs.
All right, maybe I'll go straight back to the hopper. What color is it, Keith?
It's bright yellow. It hit, you know, a fish hit an indicator cork earlier this morning. And so I switched to yellow. Another beautiful Chama rainbow.
I gotta watch out for you, boy. Madman over here.
Don't hit me with your flinging thing.
So a lot of people, fly fishing is kind of an intimidating, you know, sport to get into. If you conventional fish, it seems a lot more complicated, but it's actually pretty simple. There's two main things that you have to consider is the weight of your rod, and they make everything from a 0 weight up to a 14 or 16 weight. You know, for tiny little trout that you're fishing on small streams, you might use a 0 weight, and for catching marlin on a fly rod, you might use a 16 weight. And you match your weight line up to your weight rod, so it's pretty simple. And then your lines come in a floating line, an intermediate line, or a sinking line. And depending on your presentation, that's the kind of line that you're gonna use. So if you're fishing a dry fly, a floating line, or a lure that you want to get down, and like a streamer or something like that, you're gonna use a sinking line. So it's actually pretty simple. The main thing you have to do is just learn how to cast. Before you know it, you'll be catching a lot of fish. Oh no!
Oh no!
That was definitely the biggest fish I've hooked so far.
Oh, it's 10 pounds now, isn't it?
That was at least a 20-pound trout.
Oh my goodness.
So Keaton, where'd you learn to fly fish?
A friend of mine named Jeff Wise taught me in his front yard 20 years ago. And then we started coming up to this area. Oh!
Apparently he didn't teach you how to set the hook properly.
Oh. Be patient. I am missing fish too much. And there we go.
There you go.
All right. I'm all about efficient releases today. Quit it, 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 quit it. Yeah, that was a fatter fish. Ah.
Somebody towards the boat. Oh, yeah. Well, he really just wants to go back in the water. But there he is. Beautiful little guy. I think I caught back up to you. How many are you at?
Oh, I don't count, Morgan. I just catch.
Oh, you know he's counting. You know he's counting.
I just missed another one on my dry.
Misses don't count.
Hobie Outdoor Adventures is brought to you by Lowrance, celebrating 60 years of fish finding excellence. Find, navigate, dominate with Lowrance. Rhino Rack, the world's most useful roof racks. Power Pole, Micro Anchor, swift, silent, secure, and small. And by AFTCO, American Fishing Tackle Company. Welcome back to Hobie Outdoor Adventures. Well, today we're up in the high country of northern New Mexico, doing some fly fishing in the lodge and ranch at Chama.
The town of Chama sits at 7,800 feet. The ranch starts right off the highway outside of Chama. So we run anywhere from 7,800 feet up to 11,000 feet in elevation. We've got 36,000 acres on the ranch, 10 lakes in production for fishing. We've got trophy rainbows, brookies, browns, cutthroats, cutbows, different species in different lakes. I stock all my lakes every spring. I'll put anywhere from 7,500 pounds to 10,000 pounds in the lakes.
Part of fishing at a lodge is the lodge experience. And here at Chama, as soon as you walk in the door, you're greeted by friendly, kind people. You get to your room, and your room is immaculate and comfortable. There's plenty to drink, plenty to eat. The meals are fantastic. It's just it feels like a home away from home if you can treat yourself to some days fishing and let some other people do a lot of the work so that you can enjoy what you're here to enjoy.
For more information about the lodge and ranch at Chama, visit lodge@chama.com.
All right, folks, we're back from a little lunch break on Hobie Outdoor Adventures. While we were there, the weather changed, the wind got up a little bit, but hopefully that'll change our fish pattern a little bit and see if we can't catch a few more.
Woo! Gotta love the 4-weight. He's a little bit of a better one too. What's really appealing to me about fly fishing is usually the environment that you're in is a high mountain setting, unless you're doing it on the coast or something like that. But you have this beautiful surrounding. It's a little more challenging sometimes than conventional fishing. And then doing it from a Hobie is pretty amazing. You know, there's all kinds of flow tubes, or you can fly fish streams or just do it from the bank on lakes. But getting on a Hobie with a Mirage drive system allows you to get out onto the water, cover a lot more ground. If you want to move areas, you can get there, get off the water really fast if you need to. So it makes a lot of sense, and with the Mirage drive system, you can really control yourself extremely well to present that fly, which is very important, pretty much perfectly.
The cool thing about rainbows is, number one, they're pretty and everyone knows them, but they jump. And so we got some high-flying acrobatic action on the fly rod. Croy's bent over and all of a sudden this trout flies up. We lose quite a few fish in this episode, but we're fishing with barbless hooks. And that's just part of the challenge. You fish with barbless hooks so it's easier on the trout, on the release. Come on up. All they do with that barbless hook, they turn wrong and it just comes out. But that was a nice, fun fish. The thing about fly fishing that can be intimidating is there are some very knowledgeable anglers out there, and they're specialists and they know a lot about the hatches and what's going on and what the fish are biting, and they're always changing their baits. There's a lot of general things that you can use. Like my go-to would be this thing called a yellow humpy, and I use it everywhere I go. Grasshoppers in the summertime. So the bait that's working for me is this hopper pattern. It's bright yellow, and then I've just got a little egg, a little salmon egg down on the bottom in case there's the fish aren't wanting to come up. Finally, lost a few. That was frustrating. Pretty little rainbow. Place is full of them, and they are fun to catch.
Got one here again. Looks like he inhaled the little salmon egg. Come on, buddy. Ooh, yeah, nice fish. Gotcha. Okay, hook is out. Nice fish. Beautiful. Adios, buddy. They're so slimy. Can't hold on to them.
We did right fine. We got to use some fly rods today and do some fly fishing and spend some time in the mountains, which is so fun. What, in Texas, where I live right now, it's 100 degrees.
It's not exactly cold up here either, though.
No.
So, you know, that's why I think the fishing was a little challenging, but we still got another day tomorrow. You know, day one's always working out the kinks anyways. So it should just be better tomorrow.
You're making up excuses.
Welcome back to Hobie Outdoor Adventures. Well, we're at the Lodge and Ranch in Chama, New Mexico, getting ready to go fly fishing on the new I-11S, our inflatable 11-foot single.
The most awesome thing about them, I think, is that you can pack them up into these little bags, throw them inside your truck or your RV or on your boat, and pretty much take them everywhere. They're really lightweight. We include a hand pump like this, so. And then the seat just attaches with little clips. Your paddle attaches to the paddle holder. So not only are these things really lightweight, versatile for taking anywhere that you want, but they have the performance and functionality of a rigid hull boat because of the drop stitch material that's holding the deck together. So, all right guys, well, it's that easy. My I-11S is fully inflated, ready to throw in the water. I'm gonna go wake up Keaton and we're gonna go catch some trout.
New lake today, we came over to another higher mountain. It's beautiful. We got rocks in the foreground and off in the distance, and then we already see trout coming up. The water's a deep green, it's beautiful, so perfect real estate for what we're gonna do today. If we just get Morgan to catch one.
This one right here, Keat, this right here is gonna land me the big one today. So we talk about eye protection a lot, and Keaton and I both use Hobie polarized sunglasses, and we don't only use them for the polarization, but we also use them for protecting our eyes when we're casting. And today we're doing some fly fishing, and when you got a fly, you know, going through the air at a high speed, you want to have something protecting your eyeballs.
All right, Morgan, we cannot ask for better scenery.
Right?
We're gonna do this every year. Help us get climatized for our next show.
Hey Keaton, stop yelling, you're chasing the fish.
Oh, sorry.
It's a small fish, but so much fun on the dry fly. Come here, buddy. See the little dry hanging out of his mouth? Oh, gorgeous little guy. So I'm using this little end pattern, and our guide Pat gave me this powder that dry your fly out a bit and put it inside here and shake it up. What that does is it coats the feathers and materials that the fly's made out of. It's a lot more likely to float, and you get several casts out of it. Get him, Keat.
There we go, pull a little bit of drag. All right, first fish of the day. A nice healthy fish. I think it's bigger than Morgan's. There you go. Go home, buddy.
This is my little technique for trolling a woolly bugger. Flip the Mirage Rev into reverse. Just let her cruise. Oh, Keaton's on.
You gotta like the ones that get excited for the camera. Okay, be good, be good, be good, be good. We got a deal. We got a deal. Just be good. There we go. Pretty, pretty rainbow. Skinny. Long and skinny. He needed to eat.
Feels like a better fish too. He ate that zebra Coppa John. Got him. Woo! It's starting to thunder up. The fish are starting to bite. There you go. Nice little rainbow. Whew. Oh yeah. Kind of towing me around a little bit. Man, this guy's just bulldogging me. Oh, here's my shot, I think. You'd swear this is like a 10-pound trout, but it's only like a 1.5 pounds. All right, finally. Nice little rainbow. Skinny and full of power. Whoa. Adios, buddy.
More rainbow trout on the beautiful backdrop of northern New Mexico. When we come back, Hobie Outdoor Adventures has been brought to you by Daiwa, advancing the sport of fishing. Hobie Polarized, trusted, quality, heritage. St. Croix Rod, best rods on earth. And by Yak Attack, rigging the dream.
We are back out on the water after lunch. We got about an hour left to fish before we head back to the lodge. And the wind died. It's beautiful right now. Wish I could just stay out here till dark, but we've got a flight to catch in the morning. So all good things must come to an end. Oh, we got a jumper. This is way too much fun. This is where it gets interesting. I have about a 10-foot leader on underneath my indicator, and it's key to have that long leader to get that nymph down into the right place, but it makes it a little bit more difficult to land the fish. Oh, you're almost here, come on. Oh, close. Oh, beautiful rainbow. Oh, nice. Couldn't ask for a more fun day.
Morgan's fishing a nymph, and I decided to stick with a dry. And right now his nymph is out producing my little ant fly. So I need things to change.
There you go.
Whoa! Oh! That dude flew, Morgan.
That jump deserved a hook throw. That was impressive.
Oh, that looks like a good one.
Yeah, man. She's going nuts.
How big is that one?
It's maybe like 16, 18 inches.
That's it?
I think. I don't know. I'm not
He
very
sure
good
is making big sound.
Yeah. There you are. Oh no, it might be a little bigger.
I tried to tell you. That's your biggest fish of the day.
I think it is.
Get her, get her.
Oh, yeah.
Good job. Look at that tail.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Come on, man.
No. She's off the hook.
Don't stick her under your seat.
I'm scared of losing this fish right now. Well, that was my nicest fish of the day. And they're so slimy and hard to hold on to that.
Well, today, folks, Morgan kicked my tail again.
No, I didn't.
It's getting to be a bad habit. Well, you caught the biggest fish.
Ah.
Oh.
You know, I can't really pin it to one highlight. I love a lodge experience, and so it's just nice spending time up here in the mountains, meeting new people, eating good food, and just having some time, you know, to wind down and fish and enjoy nature and creation and everything we have here.
All in all, it was a pretty awesome trip. There's tons of good things to see, and I got back into fly fishing. I can't wait to get back to California and go up to the Sierras and do some more of it. I wish I could spend another week here, but you know, we'll see what happens next time. That's what life's all about, is getting to the next adventure.
Thank you for watching Hobie Outdoor Adventures. You can also watch all of our previous episodes at HobieOutdoorAdventures.com. See you next week on the new episode of Hobie Outdoor Adventures.